All right, howdy everybody. I should have checked my audio before we started, but it's all right. We're just gonna freeball it. Howdy. I'm back. It's me, Musa, and I've got a couple of things we needed. Sorry, I should speak into the mic. Hello, I am back. I have a couple things we probably need to talk about. I'm just gonna commit every stream sin in the introduction here. I'm gonna talk away from the mic and then apologize for talking away from the mic, therefore bringing attention to it, and then I'm going to open with some an announcement, some boring stuff. So. I mentioned this on YouTube, and I also mentioned it on Twitter. Basically, I'm probably going to stop streaming for an indeterminate amount of time, probably a while, starting November 24th. I think it's that weekend. The weekend right before that is probably going to be the last one that I stream for a while. I've been at this for nearly 3 years, and I've had fun. It's not that I dislike streaming. It's just that my enthusiasm for it has been diminishing recently. I've been having a hard time kind of keeping up with content creation, and also I'm really busy now, and I'm going to get busier in the next few months. So it's kind of all of that at once is telling me that I need to free up some more time in my schedule, because as it is, I've been noticing that I have a lot of things that I do, both voluntarily and just being obligated, and it's kind of taking up all of my mental space essentially. I'm exhausted. I'm kind of exhausted, because yesterday I took a rest day, and I could tell I needed it because I had zero motivation or enthusiasm to do literally anything else. It felt like a mandatory rest day because I couldn't put any thought towards anything else. So it was I feel like that's a sign that I've got too many plates to balance, because I'm behind on a bunch of stuff, and I need to keep up with it. This is mainly just me whining, but it's kind of just to communicate, hey, I'm really busy. I don't think streaming's taking up not a ton of time in my week, but the amount of it just being there is a thing I have to do at relatively regular times, that I feel like I need to free up that space for other things. So I'm just not going to be doing it for a while. I don't know if I'm going to be gone for a year or 2 years or just 8 months or something like that, but I'm definitely going to be gone for at least most of 2025 and December of this year. That's the minimum as far as I'm aware. I don't really know where my life's going to be at some point at after that period, but basically I can't really account for what's gonna happen afterwards, but just trust me when I say I'm going to be really fucking busy with some really important stuff, and I need to put my time and effort towards that. Also, I'm just spinning too many plates right now, so streaming's been way on the bottom of my priority list. Yeah, so that's the announcement. We're just gonna Musa Quadrata is gonna have to take a break after roughly it was not uninterrupted, after roughly 2.75 years of streaming. Yeah, at least we finished Infinite Wealth. Yeah, I don't think it's not a huge deal. Just kind of this was a fun thing. This was a fun thing to try, and I don't hate that I did it. And I'm interested in other forms of content creation and trying other things out. But it's gotta, something had to change at some point, and here this is it. I'm putting a date on it. Anyway, that's the channel stuff I wanted to talk about. Another thing, this is just kind of a rant I've got at the back of my head. I had a little extra time, and I booted up Red Dead Redemption 2 again, which was a bad idea, because that game takes way too long to do anything in. But and that's not bad. That's just kind of how the game's designed. But one thing about it is that you know how there's open world games. A bunch of people have analyzed Red Dead Redemption 2's open world experience to hell and back, I think, and I think that game's really funny, because despite being massively acclaimed, it has a huge flaw, which is that it spends a lot of that game's development time, I assume, went into making that game's map and then filling it with really intensely detailed animals and other features. And then and then they barely used about 2/3 of the map for the single player. And I think the reason that that's the way it is because they wanted to keep the rest of the map around for Red Dead Online, the multiplayer mode. And then the multiplayer mode did not land super well with people, and then they killed it. I don't know if any of you guys gave Red Dead Online a shot. I did, and I really, really wanted to like it, but I kind of couldn't. Because it's like, I'm not very good at Red Dead Redemption 2's particular brand of like third-person shooting. The game, like the Red Dead's shooting is really, really heavy and really finicky and really particular, and it's also weirdly unrealistic on console. It's a little better on PC because there's no snap aiming, but like on console, basically what would happen is you weren't really incentivized to fuck around with the controls too much, because the way you want how you kill a person in Red Dead Redemption 2, in the single player mode, if you're playing on console, also in the multiplayer mode because it works the same way. You look vaguely in the direction of the enemy. You hold L2. The game is gonna snap the reticle right onto the person's chest, and then if you flick the right stick up a single time, you're automatically hard locked onto their head. So you just aim, flick, shoot, aim, flick, shoot, aim, flick, shoot, aim, flick, shoot, and that's just how you could do that for literally anyone. And in Red Dead Online, that's how you do it that's how you do it in multiplayer too, against enemy players that are within a certain range. So what happens is that in Red Dead Online, you're in this weird, bizarre situation where everyone can instantaneously kill anyone as long as they're close to each other, but also they're in this giant open world, and you're heavily incentivized to like role play a little bit. It's really, really weird because the way Rockstar designs their multiplayer games is similar to how they design their single player games, where they're just like, let's do this, let's do that. Like they try to have their cake and eat it too, and then they just expand in every direction. What they end up with is something that's really shallow and really wide, where it's like, what is GTA Online and what's Red Dead Online? Is it a open world like simulation? Is it a role-playing game? Is it a match-based PvP shooter? Is it just mayhem in an open world, like a big playground where you can blow shit up? They're trying to do all four of those, and at least a couple of those do not work together. Noticing an issue with Streamlabs real quick, give me a sec. Chat, you're sticking around too long. Where's the thing that... Man, I don't even know. There we go. Anywho, basically, so what happens is that you're like running around. What happened with me is that I would go fishing, because that was kind of the only way that all the prices in Red Dead Online were super inflated. So I would go fishing, and then what would happen is that while I'm sitting there fishing, some half-naked dude in overalls would run up behind me and either shoot me or like lasso me while I'm busy, and then like hog tie me, toss me on a horse, and then just ride around, probably while yelling some stupid shit into his microphone. And that's really annoying because I know, as a matter of fact, that's a guy who's just popped into the game to fuck around, and then he's just going to leave and not play the game ever again. And meanwhile, I'm trying to figure out a way to like get money to progress in this game, and then I'm just getting interrupted by random fucking serial killers. And it's really frustrating because it's like, oh, maybe I can defend myself and then like keep an eye out for these people. Like I'll watch the map and then shoot them. But when you do shoot them, they just keep respawning. So it's like I'm trying to do one form of the game where it's like I'm trying to do the role-playing stuff where I'm playing as some random outlaw or some fucking maverick out in like the Red Dead universe, just trying to make a living, trying to get by, trying to sell enough sturgeons to afford a rifle so that I can go properly hunting, so that eventually I can get enough money to maybe get some better equipment for the next time I do a mission. And like I'm trying to do all of that, and then this guy is playing a different video game and interrupting my experience by playing a fucking open world free for all, where he just runs around, finds someone and kills them because they've got their back turned because it's easy. That's why he's doing it here in the open world instead of doing it in like the match-based shooter, and I feel like that's a design problem in my opinion. I don't know who likes that. I feel like no one did because Red Dead Online fucking died due to lack of interest, but GTA Online's still going strong. Meanwhile, GTA Online is super like, I don't know if you guys ever played that one, but it was kind of like getting started in that game mode is impossible because what happens is that you'll be some random dude. You've got a Glock, you've got an apartment, you've got a car, and you are trying to figure out, the game will start you with an introductory cutscene, and then you'll play, and it'll start you on a story. You're hanging out with Lamar. Lamar's like, hey, go out, get some money, I'll get you some connections, maybe you can make it in the criminal underground. But what happens is that you, like, the unlocking mission system in that game is trying to tell you this story of, like, oh, as you get stronger and more experienced in the criminal underground, you meet new contacts and then get more jobs. But the problem is that if you, every time you go into a mission, you go into matchmaking, and then when you finish that mission in matchmaking, it'll dump you in another random mission regardless of what you've unlocked. So you'll always get the missions randomly from random contacts in a random order, and also the matchmaking's so fucking bad that it's gonna take you forever to do any of the missions anyway, so you don't want to do that. So that's another aspect of the game that's just completely lost because of how they designed it. And then it's just, and then after that you're like, well, now I'm in this open world, and I guess like I could do open world stuff, or I could do like the match-based stuff, like the racing or the shoot, or like shooting people. But all of that's a worse version of something else that already exists. I don't know. I'm not big on. I don't like I don't like GTA Online, and I don't like Red Dead Online. And I really wanted to like Red Dead Online, and I found it really disappointing, especially since like certain things made it a little bit more bearable. They added roles, so like if you're playing as a trapper or like a moonshiner, you can go out and do your own thing, and then people relatively leave you alone. The game actually got a lot more bearable for me later on because the people who would just run around and shoot whoever they could find got bored. So eventually, everyone that's left was just people who wanted to role play and like just kind of do their own thing. I really liked being a moonshiner. That was a lot of fun because it was like every time you had a mission, it would put you in an instance, and then you could go just deliver some moonshine or something, and then in between those you just like pick berries and hand them over to, I think it was a French guy. I don't remember what his name was, but like you hand it over to him, and then he'll just make moonshine passively in the background, and then you can go like bounty hunting or something in the meanwhile. I don't know. It was really bizarre. It felt like every time they had an update, it felt like they were trying to do a different thing with the game that wasn't quite working. Because like I remember they added all the original roles, and it was like, oh sick, we've got content finally. Because there's like nothing going on in the game on release, so you're like, okay, finally we've got some content. And then you've got and then they added. And then they took them forever. I think it took them a full fucking calendar year to add a fourth role after adding like 3 initially. And then that fourth role was Moonshiner. Moonshiner was fantastic. And then we waited a super long time, and then they added, I think, Naturalist a little bit later after that, after doing a bunch of random little drip content of like, hey, we gave you a bunch of explosive shells again. I hope you're ready for a bunch of random people to just blow up you and your horse randomly while you're riding on the trail. And then they would, but they added Naturalist, and Naturalist was really utterly bizarre, because in that one, your job is to work for a fucking... Your job was to work for this crazy lady who went from, I think, being like a socialite on the East Coast to just moved out to the West because she wanted to study animals. And she goes, hey, I'll pay you money if you get samples from living animals, but you can't kill them. They have to be living animals, and you need to go knock them out and collect samples from them and then bring them to me. And then she'll hand you a bunch of like tranquilizer rounds, and the tranquilizers do not work like they do in real life. It's not that you just trank an animal and wait for it to happen. You load up a varmint rifle with like 20 tranquilizer rounds, and then you chase the animal you need to find, and then just pump it with round after round after round after tranquilizer round until it flops over. At which point, then you can collect a sample from it. And the woman who puts you up to this whole fucking endeavor, the woman who like puts you in charge of this whole thing, she will literally like get out a spray bottle and knock you out without, you can't do anything about this, by the way. She'll get a spray bottle and knock you the fuck out if you kill too many animals between like missions with her, and sometimes she'll bug out and do it even if you haven't killed any animals. She'll also do it if like a squirrel randomly collided with you while you were riding through the forest or whatever. So she was just extremely goddamn annoying, and her whole vibe of like preserving nature didn't even make sense, because you're probably scaring the fuck out of these animals by just chasing them and pelting them with all of these little tranquilizer bullets. And it's like it was such a massive chore compared to the other roles that just wasn't nearly as fun or interesting as some of the other roles that you had access to. And then they added I think they added after that, they were like, oh, we hear that you guys actually want to commit crimes in this outlaw game, and you have zero incentive to try to rob banks or like rob trains, because there's literally no gameplay mechanics for any of that. Hey, we added a crime thing. Kind of. You work for the mafia. You're not working for an outlaw gang, you're not making an outlaw gang, there's no mechanic where you get like a bounty put up on you outside of what's already in the game. Like, they don't expand on that at any point. It's just, hey, you work for the mafia, and they give you a bunch of little missions, and it just felt really undercooked, and it was really frustrating. And it sucks, because that's the whole reason why Red Dead Redemption single player has such a humongous map but barely uses any of it. That's why there's no the story doesn't need New Austin. The story barely needs West Elizabeth. The story barely needs Amberino. They could have made a smaller map and maybe put a little bit more focus on making more interesting side content or making the game a little deeper. But instead they made this giant fucking map, and that map went into, and that map was intended for Red Dead Online, and then they didn't even fucking work on Red Dead Online for that long. They just killed it. GTA Online still gets big updates. It's been getting updates forever, and Red Dead Online died after, I think 2 or 3 years. And they, and I know why. It's because they didn't know what the fuck they wanted to do with it. They didn't have, a tight gameplay system that they wanted to focus on for it, so instead they just kind of went randomly in all directions, and they ended up with something a little just really underwhelming in every way. It was really strange. Anyway, that's my rant for today. I just felt like mentioning it. We're back with Alpha Protocol. We're back with Alpha Protocol, and we need to, I think we need to save the president of Taiwan. Anyway, Scarlett gave us an email. Hi, Mike. Don't worry. Half of my job is turning boring details into exciting headline news. The other half is constant lesbian sex with the other hot. What did I write to her? Hang on. I'm missing the context. I'm sending you some intel I discovered on Halbeck. Beware boring conversations about accounting fraud. The other half is constant lesbian sex with the other hot photojournalist. Just kidding. I wanted to see if you're even reading my emails. I appreciate you sending this my way. I'd pay you back in hot lesbianic sex, but you have no vagina and all. Scarlet Lake. That is a bizarre ass attempt at humor. But okay. Alright. Where are we? What are we doing? Where am I? Am I warm? Am I comfortable? It's time for... Okay. Let's get back to it. What are we doing next? We need to contact President Sung. That's right. Let's get in there. Do you have any intel that would be helpful? Nothing. Alright. Are we tapped up? We need more first aid kits. Radio mimic, flashbang. I don't think when I play this game, so I don't think we need this too much. We can upgrade our first aid kits. 19K? Yeah, let's do that. We bought armor at some point, right? So we probably don't need to worry. There's no way we would have been able to get it anyway. We'll just do this for now. All right. I gotta say, this game reminds me a lot of Mass Effect in a few ways. It's fun, and the writing... the story is deep, but it's got this, like, there's a particular era of games where the writing was, like, excessively corny.
You must be
I guess games are still kind of corny.
I understand you have some important information for me.
But, like, it was different back then.
Yes, sir. I've learned about a plot to kill you during the rally this week, and to use your death to spark a massive riot and destabilize Taiwan.
This is a troubling development, Agent Thornton.
Yeah, that's an
If it
understatement.
is true.
You think I'm making it up?
Let us just say I would like to hear the whole story before I make any decisions. A man with my political views lives with threats every day. If you can present me with compelling evidence of this plot, I will take action.
Okay.
The evidence I acquired was partially destroyed.
Without proof, I'm afraid there's little I can do, Agent Thornton. What evidence do you have?
I have proof of the plan to assassinate you. That's all.
Then the riots are merely your conjecture?
No, sir, Mr. President. Both threats are genuine. Please, for your safety, cancel your appearance at the rally.
Canceling the rally at this juncture would do considerable harm to my cause. I'm afraid it is out of the question.
Then at least take extra
Did we
precautions.
make the wrong choice?
Wear body armor
Is this
during
man
your
about to
speech.
get
Post
fucking
extra
shot?
security, something.
Give me your evidence, Agent Thornton. If my security chief concurs that the threat is credible, I'm sure he will insist on my wearing a vest during the speech.
But the
If
riots...
I have security silence dissenters in the crowd, I look like a petty dictator. I am sorry, but without hard evidence, I will not send that message to my people.
This is all I have. Please use it, Mr. President. Taiwan can't afford to lose you right now.
You're
That's
far
for
more
sure.
generous than some of my constituents, Agent Thornton. I will put this to good use. I promise you that.
How'd it go?
Could have been better.
He didn't listen?
I gave him the evidence on the assassination plot, but without proof of the riot phase of the plan, he refused to place extra security in the crowd.
What are you going to do?
The only thing I can do, figure out how to stop both plans myself.
That doesn't sound so hard.
Classic.
Keep me posted.
We gotta do everything around here. Alright, mission complete. Alright, stream's over, guys. Ranted for 10 minutes, played for 8. Sounds about
Mike.
right.
How did it go with Sung?
Not as well as I'd hoped.
Did he believe you?
He believed the
I
assassination
tell you guys something?
plot, but refused to take
I'm
precautions
not
against the
touching.
riots.
I'm not touching my mouse at
So,
all. So the
he
game's
didn't
shaking.
believe you.
It's doing
No.
that on its
You
own.
tried, Mike. And helping you out? Well, you certainly keep things interesting.
So you didn't mind the risk.
Are you kidding? The worst part was trying to stay interested when a Halbeck executive is talking to you.
Let me tell you about Westridge sometime.
Ugh.
Are you planning to stay in Taipei then?
Now I am. That is, if you think I can help, Mike. I don't know what I can do, but
You've been a big help so far. Couldn't have gotten to Sung without your help.
you're right. But I was glad to pitch in.
Friendship.
I'll try
Hell
to gather what
yeah.
I can from my contacts, Mike. Until then,
If I need any more help, I'll let you know. Thanks for everything, Scarlet.
good luck, Mike. And good luck with Sung.
Alright. Well, I guess we gotta do everything by ourselves. Song's gonna wear a vest. That's cool, I guess. I'm not sure how much that's gonna help, but whatever. When did he get my email? Mr. Thornton, I cannot cancel the speech. To capitulate in the face of danger goes against all for which I stand. What I can do is take precautions. You have convinced me that there is indeed a real and present threat on my life. I will up the security at the speech, though I would not be so foolish as to explain them to anyone, yourself included. Next time you wish to speak to me, Mr. Thornton, please make an appointment. My security team does not look too fondly toward walk-in visitors. Dude, could you imagine walking in? Could you imagine a walk-in appointment for for a head of state? You just walk in and you're like, hey, the fucking red light at this intersection keeps turning off. What's up with that? And he's like, I'm the president. Why is this my problem? Oh yeah? Why are the taxes so high, buddy? Alright. That can make sure that your allies are equipped with better weapons and armor. Sure, let's get a sniper rifle. Surveillance company will provide you with... Sure, we can get a... app. A surveillance company? That's kind of sus. It's kind of suspicious. Donation to a park complete, get special access through the park. Nah, I'm good. This intel's expensive. Alright, let's bug you. What's happening?
Looks like Dang's men
Full
are
framing, I like it.
How's that satellite uplink meeting?
Working. And you're right, satellite imaging shows Chinese secret police all throughout the parks. We're a little late.
Steven, what's it looking like near the stage?
It's a madhouse over here. But not in that fun, violent
Why did
way.
we invite this
Should be
guy?
interesting. I
We're
hope
trying to
our
keep a guy
friends
from.
actually show up
We're trying to
on time.
prevent a
Who's
guy
that?
from
Better
dying.
hurry,
Why
Mike.
did we bring this
Saul's
guy?
giving a speech in less than an hour.
Speech?
We have to talk to
Are we here
Steve.
just for the fireworks?
Yes, Mike. That and a little thing called regional stability.
Okay. This is an awkward spot for the sniper rifle. I was kind of thinking it'd be up there. Feel like that would make more sense. I'm about to instantly get seen the second I pop my head out, aren't I? Oh, God. Oh. Hang on. Ooh, let's try that again. One more time. One more time. One more time. I feel like if I try to creep up behind that guy, he's just going to turn around and bot me. So I don't think this is good either way, but we'll see. I wonder what me trying to stealth this game would have looked like. Spacebar, you snipe. Whoa! Oh, I got seen instantly. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is so hard to aim. You guys see this? I'm like barely moving the mouse. Alright. There's another guy somewhere. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Mike, you need to stop moving for a second, buddy. Thank god these guys don't know how to aim. There's gotta be an issue with my mouse or something. Oh god, Jesus. There's either an issue with this game or there's an issue with my mouse, 'cause it's not supposed to be this way. I don't think this was happening earlier. Alright. Oh yeah, no, definitely an issue. This is like the worst game possible to have this problem with. It's like a... Give me a sec. Sorry. No, I don't know what that is. I think we're just gonna have to fucking face check these guys if I can't aim.
Enemy snipers on the ridge there. Be alert.
Track safe? Don't mind if I do. Give me a second, gentlemen. Important business is happening in here. What's this? An armor mod? I'm down. Where's the guy shooting at me? Brother, where art thou? Oh. Where did that guy come from? How did he get there? You know what? We're just gonna leave that guy alone. Alright.
We're up on the rocks. No contact so far. Waiting on me.
Duffel bag. Mid-combat looting. My specialty. I played like 2 hours of Tarkov.
Snipers neutralized. You're clear.
Thank you, gentlemen. Honk honk. I see they haven't stopped the music. Alright. Oh god, this one's even worse. This is worse than the fucking sniper rifle. This is probably making something sick, isn't it? There's gotta be a reason why this is happening. Is this like a thing? Because like... Oh no, that's an issue with my mouse. Hang on. Just if I like, maybe if I unplug and replug it, I can... And if I take this thing off of Alpha Protocol, does that happen when it's like... No, that's Alpha Protocol. When I Alt-Tab, my mouse is like completely still. I have never had that issue in a game before.
Zipline available for rapid deployment.
Thank you. Damn, in the game that requires you to keep your gun as still as possible, it's got a bug where your fucking thing shakes. That's cool. That not where? Oh, it goes here. Okay. 3, 4. There we go.
Front gate should be all clear now.
Whoa!
Watch for reinforcements.
I just karate chopped the turret. This game's fun. This game's fun in those little ways. I like it. It's definitely jank as hell, but I appreciate all these little goofy little things you can do. Alright. Open up!
Reinforcements en route. Proceed with plan.
Ready for a little show, Mike?
No. You're not gonna fucking firebomb the crowd, are you?
The noise from those fireworks should cover the sound of gunfire.
Oh, you did a
Might be
normal
able to
thing.
use
Okay.
that.
Where the fuck are we going? Did I do the wrong thing? Why did they let me go here? Oh, is that the door I came through? Fuck, dude, I have no idea. Yeah, it was the sound of the gunfire I was worried about. Absolutely. I was expecting a lot of civilians to die because we've got Steve here, but I guess it's okay for now. Maybe. I'm trying to think, though, why does the guy who works for the CIA? Why does he believe in conspiracy theories? He is the conspiracy theories, isn't he? Oh, I deactivated the cameras. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. That saved me like 2 seconds. I don't know why I keep expecting myself to be able to reload while sprinting in this game. You very much cannot. This is such a weird fucking bug. Heal? Don't need it. I'm simply too tough. Up we come. They're shooting the wall that I'm on the other side of because these guys cheat. Secret police is cheating. Very upsetting. I'm gonna report them to. I'm sure there's someone to report this to. There's gotta be. Whoa! used to being this imprecise in a game. Usually when I miss, it's my fault. Internal pistol magazine? Like, how does that make sense? Interesting. Interesting. Just not gonna think too much. We're just gonna keep proceeding. We're gonna proceed as planned. No need to worry about anything. Alarm disable. I'm sure that'll make the rest of the mission go completely smoothly. As we know, I'm nothing if not cautious.
Doors open.
Doors open. Say more. Oh, okay. Just taking a little intermission in the middle of the mission. Okay. I can still hear the fucking mission music in the background. I guess we'll keep putting points into rifles. Might as well. Save the rest for later. Apparently I've silently dispatched 75 enemies at some point.
Got a visual on Dang.
Dang!
Hey, we're not done yet.
Not over yet, you son of a bitch. Ooh.
It ends here.
Where the hell is my backup?
Now.
Good question. Where is my backup?
Glad to see you guys.
Mike, Sun's car just made it to the rally. Better finish up in there before these fancy
He's not here yet? Jesus.
More targets en route. We'll attempt to hold them here. Accomplish your mission.
I'm digging the music. Feeling good.
I knew you were coming. Here, out of the way. Before the eyes of our nation's founder, you will die. Your end for your head.
This guy's so calm. I feel like I'm having a gunfight listening to an ASMR channel at the same time. Wow, these guys wear clothes that are so dark. I can see it through the fucking flashbang. Where's Dang at? He's gonna pop up and shoot me while I'm on the ladder. I can feel it. Oh. I don't know what's happening. There we go. Let's go this way. Ouch! Did he just one-hand snipe me? This is so unreasonably cool.
It will be soon.
He's a little less cool now. I like this guy more than the guy we fought in Russia. The guy in Russia was, like, painful to look at. Zipline. Oh. Little complicated scaffolding. Is someone there? Oh, he's still up. Hang on. Whatever.
Is that all you've got?
Yep, pretty much. Just me and my gun. I don't know where Michael's aiming, but it's working, I think. don't think I've ever found a scenario where the mines were a good idea. Oh no, we had like we had a defense section once. Oh, I hear the big gun. Oh, we're running low on bullets here. That's kind of a problem. Is this where we're supposed to be? Steel core rounds. Oh, I could probably, hang on. Armor piercing. I don't know what the DS is. Subsonic's kind of eh. I'll use special rounds for a little bit.
Sun's coming onto the stage. It's a straight shot from where you are.
Is he about to get shot because we didn't kill Omen Dong during that actual fight? I couldn't find the guy, so I'd be surprised if that was my bad.
Hide, dang. You're missing your big opportunity.
Don't
show
taunt him,
yourself.
dude. He's going to shoot the president. Where the fuck is he? Is he here? Why didn't we get the sniper rifle at this place? This is perfect.
It will be soon.
Oh. This is a fight for the ages. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? This game's so fucking weird. Excuse me?
Your end.
I haven't had a single normal boss fight this entire game. Oh my god.
Finish it.
Okay.
One sec. I should ask for that dossier. I was too busy laughing to read those options properly.
Damn it. I don't see anybody. Looks like Dang had an accomplice. A failsafe in case he couldn't get the shot. I tried to warn him. I sent him everything I had in the assassination attempt.
Did the president just fucking die?
Emergency frequencies are reporting riots breaking out, and they're getting ugly. Additional security
He's
forces
moving.
are en route.
Copy that. Moving out.
I should have asked him for the dossier. That probably would have been fine. Although I assume the president would have gotten shot either way. Killed the Chinese. Unfortunately, Deng was a decoy as Deng was shot, and the actual president assassin shot President Sung. President Sung survived the assassination attempt. Agent Thornton's intervention had convinced him to wear body armor during a speech. The lack of increasing security among the crowd, however, coupled with pro-separationist rhetoric, sparked riots throughout the city and increased tensions between Taiwan and China. I don't think we could have avoided that, so that's fine. I'm cool with it. I'm sure the president will keep things back together.
Tragedy was averted today when an assassination attempt on Taiwanese President Ronald Sung proved unsuccessful. Government spokesmen say the president was warned about the attempt earlier this week by an anonymous source, which convinced him to wear a bulletproof vest during his speech. The president was taken to Taipei City Hospital, where he is reported to be in stable condition. News of the president's survival was not enough to quell riots.
Thornton just picked up a fucking like a habit while he was in Taipei or something, I guess. Maybe that's why he's shaking all the time.
Which sparked the riot that has so far killed 23 people. Police discovered the body of a man believed to be the assassin on the roof of a nearby building. The alleged assassin's name has not been released, but authorities are saying he committed suicide once the attempt on President Sung's life failed.
Heck, calling Thornton. Come in, Thornton.
Yeah, Heck, I'm here.
Just a heads up, Mike. There's some folks out there that really hate you, pal.
Tell me something I don't know.
So this VCI comes to me and he says to me, Steve, I got a proposition for you.
I always figured VCI as the offer you can't refuse types.
So after I pop 3 of his fingers off for calling me Steve, I say, and what proposition might that be, my good man?
Heck,
This guy says to me, "Oh God, please don't kill me. I just came here to offer you $5 million to give Michael Thornton up as Ronald Sung's assassin."
Tell me you didn't.
Not gonna lie, buddy. I was really tempted for a minute there. But I kinda like you, so I told him to piss off. Then I set him on fire to make sure he got the point.
Okay.
I imagine that sends a message pretty loud and clear.
I figured his cronies would probably try and find somebody less scrupulous than myself. So
He's
I went
with the
ahead and called
VCI,
news
so I'm
stations.
not too
Should keep
torn
them
up
off your
about
back
him.
for a while.
I appreciate that.
Hey, no
Also, I
problem,
assume
buddy.
every-
I
I assume
went on
every-
for a while, but I'll be in touch. Be seeing you, Mike.
I assume every paramilitary guy that, or paramilitary, fucking every PMC guy that Steve sets on fire is one random Taiwanese businessman that he doesn't torture for fucking no reason. So maybe that's a good thing.
That should buy me a little time to get out of Taipei.
God, I wish we shot
Get
him.
moving.
And so this is the result of your efforts in Taipei. Chaos in the streets.
Hell yeah.
An assassination attempt against the president of Taiwan. Well done.
It was well done. I
There
did a
was
good
going to
job.
be unrest no matter what I did. Just an attempted assassination would be enough to create a panic. But with Sung alive, there's at least a chance of reining it in.
Now you're beginning to understand.
What?
As far
What
as
do you
the
mean by
Taiwanese
that?
are concerned, Omen Deng shot their president. Soon it will leak that Deng was a member of the Chinese secret police, and the push for independence will become even stronger. You managed to escape Taipei undetected, largely because of an anonymous tip identifying a man called Wen Shu as the attempted assassin. Stephen Heck's work, I trust?
Professional favor. Now I owe him one. It's pretty much how the spy business works.
God,
You
not
have a
looking
knack
forward to
for
that one.
engendering trust. A useful skill for an intelligence agent.
Must be my winning personality. That's all you cared about then? Destabilizing Taipei?
You should pay more attention to global politics, Agent Thornton.
I don't
If
want
Taipei
to.
pushes for
Global
independence,
politics is a fucking
the People's
circus.
Republic will prepare for war. If China prepares for war, so does the U.S.
And we rename egg rolls freedom rolls.
Something like that.
Ugh. Global politics is a scam invented by nations to sell money. Global politics is a ploy invented by big politics to sell more globes. Invented by universities to sell more degrees. I know, we could keep going. Oh man, do we still have shit to do in Taiwan? Oh, we're just leaving. It's... Oh, fuck me, dude. Operation Deus Volt. Here we go. Yeehaw. An Alpha Protocol safe house in Rome, which should serve as a base of operations for attempting to uncover the terrorist action plan in Rome. Great. It's time to just go.
Getting situated?
Oh no.
Nice place. I kind of hope this operation lasts a while.
This is the same hat we had in Taipei. Aw.
Alright, what do we got?
Looking for
From
different
the information
camo.
Shahid gave us, it's not clear what the link is between
This outfit
Halbech
does
and
not
Al
work
Samad
at
in
all.
Rome. But it does list the local Al Samad cell leader, a Jibril al-Bara. But
If there's a problem, just say it. I'm used to it by now.
Not the tone I wanted
there's
to
a
take.
CIA listening post here in Rome, and it's pretty well staffed. They're definitely running a search on you.
Cool.
And Al Samad, it looks like.
What's their chance of tracking us down?
I don't know. You could try to stay below the radar, but that doesn't really seem to be your strong suit.
I could try to talk to them, explain what happened in Saudi Arabia.
I'm sure the
I don't think
CIA
that'll
will
work,
be
Mike.
reasonable,
They have
rational,
orders to detain
and
you, and if
open
you
to
resist,
a mutual
you are on the
understanding
most
of
wanted
goals.
list.
So we'll have to be extra covert when carrying out this covert op.
Oh
Which will make
fuck,
finding
I'm
the Al
gonna,
Samad
I'm gonna
cell
blow
even
this one.
harder.
There may be another way to get information we need on Al Samad and Halbech. It looks like there's an NSA echelon listening post in Rome. You might be able to access that and use their database to do our hunting for us. It looks like it's in a gelato shop.
Hell
You
yeah.
gotta be kidding me.
Stranger things have happened.
So those are my options? Disarm the listening post, tap into the NSA computer, or make a straight run for Albara? What about Halbeck? What's their tie here?
There's nothing about it in Shahid's records. So I did a check of Halbeck employees and ex-employees in Rome. One recent arrival came to the top that I think is worth looking into. Conrad Marburg.
Conrad Marburg.
What do you have on him?
Not much. He seems to avoid the spotlight. He's not showing up on many sites or search results.
Alright, so what's Marburg's tie to Halbeck?
He doesn't have one, at least as of a year ago. He was actually chief of security, but then apparently transferred to working as a contractor for the Veteran Combat Initiative.
VCI.
That's the same organization that Z works for.
Oh, joy.
She may know something that could help us.
Unless you need advice on implants, I wouldn't bother.
Oh, wow. Probably true.
Alright. You got a picture of Marburg?
Sending it to your screen now. His dossier doesn't have
Oh,
much on him.
he's a guy.
And some of the early details seem sketchy to me. Mike, what's wrong?
Something tells me Marburg's our real problem. But let's figure out the Al-Samad connection first. They're a little more knee-jerk than Halbeck.
I agree. Without Shahid to rein them in, who knows what the individual cells will do while they're resolving their power struggle. We need to find Jabril Al-Bara.
My thoughts exactly. But I'm worried there's already a plan in motion.
Jabril's an interesting name because it's like, it reminds me of there's a guy, you know Gabriel Iglesias? Yeah, I've watched a couple of his stand-up routines, and he fucking, I think he mentioned when he was doing a show in, I think, the Middle East, there was a guy who kept calling him Jabril. And that just, that pronunciation of Gabriel just echoes in my brain sometimes. Alright. Identify, intercept, bug. I really want to see this gelato shop. Let's get in there. Why do we have the clearinghouse here? Who did we get this from? Jabril the Glaciers. That's solid. What's the next? Advanced combat armor costs 145,000. Brutal. I hope you guys can't hear the cars in the background. Some of the people in my neighborhood just have zero respect, and also need to get their shit fixed. Can't hear it? Excellent. Just ignore what I said then. I get kind of embarrassed about it just because it's like, it just happens once in a while, and it's annoying because when I'm on Discord, it comes through on Discord, and it's some of the people around here have really fucking loud cars, so I'll just be in the middle of saying something, and you'll just hear just outside, and I'll be like, ah, cool, I gotta mute myself for the next fucking minute. Because naturally, because it's always the really fucking, more surprised that these prices seem to reflect accurate weaponry pricing to my inexperienced eye. Yeah, that is something. What is, hang on. So we got this. What does this do? Oh, the composite rifle stock's just better than composite rifle components. I'm sure that makes sense. But yeah, it's kind of funny. Speaking of prices, you want to hear me complain about Red Dead Online some more? Dude, they made the guns in that game cost so much fucking money. It was awful. It was sad. I was scarred and deformed by the experience. Yeah, that was kind of part of the problem, was that it was kind of hard to get enough money to do anything in that game, so people had to resort to weird tricks like opting to take a bounty and then waiting as long as possible before turning it in, because for some reason, they scaled the reward you got for bounty hunting by how much time it took to complete it. So if you did a bounty really fast, you got penalized for it. So if you'd like went in, wiped the floor with all the dudes in the area, grabbed the guy at the end, and then brought him in alive as quickly as possible, not nearly as much money as if you just sat there and waited outside the sheriff's office with the guy on your horse until you like were nearly out of time. Really bizarre. I think the idea is that it's like riskier to take a longer route, because the way Red Dead Online's like starting content worked was that they made it so that when you do literally anything, other players could interrupt you, because they had this idea of the players being in like a mutual competition with each other, and I think the idea was that, oh, you go to take a bounty, and then other players want the bounty, so that they fight you for the bounty, kind of like a mundane, more realistic version of like Hunt Showdown. But players they either would come in and try to take your bounty, which would be really awkward, because what would happen is that another player would come out of the tree line. You'd know they were there, and it's just kind of like a latency check to see who's faster, because, the game automatically locks you onto the other guy, right? And you both have explosive rifle rounds, because Rockstar would just hand them to you for free every week or something like that, which means you instantly kill the person and the horse when you shoot at them. So whoever aims first kills the guy. The horse might be fucking paced, which means that he can't catch up to whoever's like picks up the bounty after that. Maybe you kill the bounty too, I'm not sure. But basically, someone would kill you, they would take your bounty, plop it on their horse, and they ride off. And I think the idea is that you're supposed to compete with them to get the bounty after that. But like that would almost never happen, because they spawn you way far away, and trying to catch up is awkward. And like you can't catch up because your horses are like the same speed or whatever. So that would be awkward, but half the time they wouldn't even do it. You wouldn't even run into any like problems while you're in the bounty. I might be wrong, because this was like the game came out years ago, so I might be remembering this incorrectly. But from what I remember, it's like there was competition, but then like people stopped giving a shit because they just wanted to do their own thing. And then, like I said, all the really griefy people just left because they got bored. So what happened was that you would just do the delivery, and then no one would interrupt you. So you'd just wait outside the sheriff's office and be like, all right, it's about time. And then you deliver them super late, and that would give you all the money. Oh, also, you want to know one thing that they did? They started, they price gated content. So what would happen is that, like, if you wanted to take on, you had a role, right? Which is like a series of rewards you get for doing a bunch of, like, specific content for doing a job. So there was a bounty hunter role, there was a trapper role, and there was a, what was the third one? Trader. There was a trader role, I think. No, trader was the trapping one. One was hunting, one was bounty hunting, one was, what was that third one? Collecting. There was one that was collecting, which was just picking up random shit that you find around and then giving it to this one lady who was, I think from North Africa, I'm not sure. And she would show up she might have been Indian. I talked to her twice. I don't remember, but she, you show up and then you give her your collectibles, and then she gives you some money. And basically, what would happen is that, and then as you went through those, you got like a bunch of cosmetics, and you get upgrades to your kit and your other equipment. But you had to pay gold, like. It was free for a little bit, like when it was just released, but if you came into the game late, you had to pay a ridiculous amount of gold in order to get access to those roles, which sucks because those roles are where all of the content for Red Dead Online is. So if you started the game like now for whatever fucking reason, there's no content in there, but if you started it now for whatever fucking reason, and then you went in, and then you're like, okay, I want to do the advanced trapper role, and then you go in and then you're like, oh, I need to pay fucking 20 gold bars in order to get the fucking beginning equipment to let me start this trapper role. And then you're like, okay, I can get gold. You can get gold by spending real life money. but I can get gold by doing gameplay stuff, right? Like, I can get the premium currency by playing the game and doing the missions, right? So you do a free roam mission. The free roam mission, like, has you do something that takes you, like, 10 minutes, maybe 10, 12 minutes. You finish it, you come back. They give you, like, 4 gold nuggets, which is, like, 4 100ths of a gold bar, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna be here for a fucking while. Or you can, and you can't get gold. You have to do missions and shit to get gold. You can't get it from selling fish or hunting animals or robbing people. Or I don't think you can get it from robbing people. And there's like maps and other collectibles that could like give you shortcuts. Like as you level up, they'll give you like a map, and then you can go find like gold bars in the wild. But it takes so many gold bars to get those fucking rolls, and then you have to pay more gold bars to get, like, the last 10 levels. It's ridiculous. And that's where I'm not saying it's more content, like it's extra content, like you're buying a DLC. That's where all of the content for the game is. Yeah, play Animal Crossing in the Wild West. That kind of feels like what they wanted to make for, like, 30% of the game, and then the rest is something else. I'm telling you, there's a reason that wasn't made well, and it's the same problem that they had with GTA Online. I don't know what playing GTA Online is like now, but I feel like whatever they settled on must be wacky, because like some friends of mine convinced me to give GTA Online another shot like a while back, and what happened is that I logged on, and you want to know what happened? I got into my car, I drove around to try to find something to do. I think I started like a motorcycle club, because I thought that was cool. And like while I was going down the highway, you want to know what fucking happened? Some like 10-year-old, I don't know how old he was, but this is the vibe I was getting from his general demeanor. He flew behind me on a jet bike and shot a homing missile at my muscle car. He flew, like, this thing was going, like, 110 miles per hour, flew behind me, fired a missile at my car, and then after I respawned in the desert, he found me, and then walked in front of me and just ran circles while he waited for my invulnerability to go away, while he was holding a rocket launcher, and I was like, man, what is this? And then, like, I think 5 minutes later, a dude tried to scare me by telling me that he knew where I was because he could see my IP address. That was my welcome back to GTA Online after not playing it for like 4 years. So yeah, I don't know what the deal is, but I don't think I'm going back. Red Dead Online had the same problems, because it's like, because one thing is that Rockstar doesn't give a shit about, they don't have any anti-cheat, absolutely nothing has changed, yeah. Rockstar doesn't have any anti-cheat, and they also don't have any, like, moderation for for people who, like, log into those. I don't know how you would do it, but basically, like, Red Dead Online and GTA Online were the only multiplayer experiences where I've had a genuine problem with people who mod their games. And also people who just, like, you can download a thing that lets you see all the IP addresses of everyone that's in your match. And also you can mod the game to give you access to, like, console commands. So one problem with GTA Online is that I remember, like, sometimes someone would just blow you up. Like, this is on PC mostly. You can't really play it on PC because what would happen is that you would be running around and then someone would just blow you up. Like, they just use their fucking commands to just kill you or spawn something on top of you. One time, and, like, I think you're technically invulnerable from other players when you're in the middle of an activity. So one thing that happened once is that I was playing GTA Online. I ran into one of those, like, gang fight assault things where you just run into where there's, like, 20 dudes. And you can shoot all of them. It's just a gunfight thing. I would do it all the time because it was one of the few times to just get into some gameplay really quick in that game mode. And I would run in, I shot a bunch of guys, and this one guy literally teleported next to me and started flying around me in circles while I was finishing off, like, the last few dudes. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? And then the second I finished the activity, like, I shot the last guy and exited the area. The second that happened, a car spawned in and just crushed me from the sky. And I was like, oh, sick. Immersive. Thank you. This is exactly what happens when you go to LA, I guess. But yeah, I mean, fuck. Jesus. And then I assume Red Dead Online's the same problem. I saw clips online of people getting fucking flung into the sky or get caught in this like tumbleweed made out of horses and wagons, just crumpling them up and rolling them like a ball across the plains. And you know, that's funny maybe twice, but there's no gameplay. That's funny twice, but then you go, oh, this is just a problem, and this is never going to get solved, so I can't really play the game while this is happening. So there's just no reason to play it. Anyway, that's the Rockstar North sponsor we're never getting. Whoopsie daisy. There go my dreams. Man. Damn, this gelato shop is not looking hot.
I think I just got salmonella by looking at this place.
Gotta keep the public from dropping in for a cone.
So why even put this place in the back of a gelato shop? Is this an excuse to justify a $5 billion a year ice cream budget?
Actually, the refrigeration equipment a shop like this uses is perfect for keeping a server bank cool.
Oh.
And no one bats an eye when a gelato shop buys a big walk-in cooler.
Okay. You'll need to come up with a good reason to be here.
I just really want old gelato, dude.
Looks like they're
I'm an
scheduled for
enthusiast.
server maintenance and security upgrades.
I'm gonna put it on
this month.
TikTok.
That might get you in.
We're all professional agents. I'm sure we can come to an agreement.
I hope so. Remember, if the post is compromised, they'll shut it down, and we'll lose our access.
We're just gonna walk
You'll
in,
also need
and
to
then they're
give
gonna
the
be like,
correct
sorry,
handshake code
buddy,
to
we don't do
identify yourself as an
negotiation. I'm
agent.
gonna have to pull off at
Secret
least 3
handshakes
toenails
work with
before
the
we can even
Shriners?
talk.
It's a specific passphrase that rotates on a monthly basis. You give the correct phrase, they give the correct response, and you both know everything's on the level.
So what's the code?
Tell them that the Adirondacks are beautiful this time of year. They should respond with, yes, but the Alps are lovely all year long.
Got it. Let's see if anybody's home.
Sick. I guess we'll be patient. What a fucking... What a goddamn Adonis. Holy shit. He's shining. The grease, like, accentuates
I'm here to fix the
his
computers.
features so delicately.
We don't have a problem with the computer.
I hear the Adirondacks are beautiful.
Wow, this is the
time of year.
clumsiest way to do this.
I don't like the mountains. And you're here to fix the computers.
He didn't give the response phrase. Something's wrong.
Yeah. Say, about those Adirondacks.
I told you I don't like mountains. Come on. I'll show you the computers.
Do we just, like, ice this guy real quick, or...?
Stay on guard, Mike. If my code is out of date, they might suspect you're not on the level.
Okay, he has a server
my friend,
bank.
What do you need?
Let's just kill him.
You can shut up and let me work.
What the hell just happened?
I'm on a deadline. No time to jump through hoops. I'm gonna patch into their computer and get out of here before the cops show up. I'll be in touch.
That's so fucking funny. Agent Thorne successfully infiltrated an NSA echelon hub under the cover of a Roman gelato shop. Code signals were not immediately recognized, indicating a possible breach of operational security. The agent manning the station may not have been NSA at all. Becoming suspicious of the agent's activities, Agent Thorne shot the proprietor rather than risk his cover being blown. Did he have anything on him?
Mike, I've just detected a source within the VCI branch office doing a search for your profile.
Sick.
Although they've got the height wrong.
Why are they doing a search now? They already found me.
It looks like the analyst isn't doing it on company time. I have the workstation called up. It's using the workstation Parker used while he was undercover as a Halbeck contractor.
What?
The ID on the badge used to access the office is a Madison St. James.
Sounds like a porn star. I think I've seen some of her movies.
These windows into your world really scare me sometimes.
Then
Look,
I'll
man,
leave
I'm
the
in a
fact that I
stressful
may have worked with her
situation.
for
You
another
gotta
time. Picture?
cut me some
Calling
slack.
up now. She's pretty. Recognize her?
No, I think I'd remember. But if she's tied to Marburg, I think we've got a way to get to him after all.
So there's a hide delay. What if I set it to 0? What happens? Hey Kurt, can you like send like 4 messages real quick? Just write a little haiku or something. No pressure.
I sure hope Nasri likes waterboarding.
Alright, is it disappearing? Okay, hang on. Interesting. What's the problem? Absolutely sure that's not hard at all. I think I got this. Hell yeah. Excellent work, brother. That's weird. So I've got the hide delay set to 0. I don't know how I had it previously set up so that the messages would disappear. Oh, do not always show messages. What does that do? Sorry, I'm learning about... I've been at this for nearly 3 years. I'm learning about Streamlabs. Okay, that just hides all of them. Got it. All right. Well, that's not gonna be my problem in a month, so whatever. We got Hex cigar clippers.
It's signed. Good times. Stephen Heck. Yeah.
Alright, so we killed the NSA, that's cool. Let's go check out the CIA now. CIA listening post has been set up in an abandoned apartment building. Agents are running an investigation to Al Samad in Rome, and they likely have useful intel. Infiltrate the listening post, download the results of their investigation. Dude, I watched a movie with my roommate recently, and it was called The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, and it's probably the most generic, like,
I'm in.
World
Seems
War
pretty
II
quiet.
heist movie I've ever seen.
Post. The CIA's upstairs, and they probably have a guard in the lobby, so keep an eye out.
I don't know how
Will do.
accurate it is to
Going
the
to take a
book
quick
it's
look
based
around.
on, but I don't know if the book was like the blueprint for every.
Mike, careful. They probably have a guard in the lobby.
Cable's cut.
I think I found the guard in the lobby. Very nice. This is a raid! God bless America!
Looks like the third floor camera. It's being run by a dummy console on the second floor. If you can find it, you can loop the feed and sneak past.
I don't think sneaking's an option right now, ma'am. Hang on, where do I put this? Yeah, but the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare just kind of it does
Accessing
exactly.
the database.
So like
Downloading the software.
All right, receiving.
So like tell me if you've heard this before.
Listening
So
in on the listening post.
the one of the
Gotta love this
allies,
job.
generally Britain, needs to send a team of highly competent individuals to go out and where the fuck is this thing? There it is. It's in the corner. Please, God. God fucking damn it. God. I need to focus to get this done. Especially since the cursor's being so fucking weird. There we go. Alright, anyway, so tell me if you've heard this before. So Britain needs a particular target hit or something accomplished, and they need it to be done secretly by a highly skilled team of individuals, right? Because the war's not looking good. The Nazis are all over the fucking place, and they've got so much, right? So they need to figure out some way to get the advantage. Britain needs that to be accomplished. So they are desperate, and they need to do something a bit unusual. They turn to one wise-talking, smart guy who has been arrested, and then they release him from jail, and they're like, hey, we need you to do a mission for us. And then he is completely calm, completely completely aware of what's happening. And then he goes, okay, I'm gonna need a team. And then he lists out a team of like 5 people, and one of them's a kind of weird guy who likes explosives a bit too much. One of them's like a consummate professional. One of them's a really big dude who is really good at punching and stabbing people. And one of them's and they're all from very different like cultural backgrounds. And one of the people on the team is a woman that's supposed to seduce people. That's this game, right? No. No, because we were legit at first. That's the big difference between this game and this game and other movies. Yeah, you've seen this movie 40 times. Yeah, it's a World War II heist movie. That's basically what it is. That's what the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare is, essentially. Except it doesn't distinguish itself from other ones in literally any way. I'm not knocking it if anyone out there really likes that movie. It's just like, it did exactly what I expected it to do, and it didn't do anything else. And one thing that's kind of hilarious about it is that there are multiple times where they go in and they're like, okay, there's like 40 Nazis in this barracks, right? We need to go kill them. So they just get a bunch of they just get these like, they have these permanently suppressed stens, and then they just walk in and just shoot everyone. Like, they have the guns at their hips, and then every time they just meet eyes with a person, they shoot them. And everyone just dies instantaneously. They make it look so easy. It's bizarre. One guy doesn't even use a gun, he just uses a bow. Whoa! Beef from B Foreman to Vince Foreman. Hey, sexy. Hey, honey. I can't wait to see you. Only another week. I can't believe they sent you to South Carolina. I mean, really, they should pay you double for having to set foot in that god-awful place. When are you going to retire and stop traveling all the time? I mean, it would be one thing if you worked for the government, they sent you signing places like Istanbul or Rome. We're being a little on the nose here. But can't you sell aluminum sheds without having to go on month-long business trips? Oh well, I miss you. Did the cursor fix itself? Incredible. AP, Vince, do the letters AP, Advanced Proficiency, mean anything to you? And no, please, oh please don't bring up your porn-inspired interpretation of what the letters might mean. I might be hallucinating, but I was running skims on the Echelon, and I could have swore I picked up a ton of emails with AP in the subject tags, but as soon as I looked, they were gone, like someone yanked them out of the filter just as soon as I saw them. As I typed that, I realized how insane it sounds. Anyway, let me know if that makes any sense. Oh, and speaking of eavesdropping on emails, you might just want to tell your wife about your girlfriend, because, well, if you're a sailor with a girl at every port, she's a girl with a sailor on every ship. Oh my god. And seriously, that woman sends the filthiest emails I've read, and I read everyone's email. Terrence. Poor guy. No, the cursor did not fix itself. Okay.
Control room's locked from the inside.
God,
No other entrances I can see. Looks like the only way to get it to open is to get them to open it.
I'll think of something.
Ooh, another computer to hack. There. No, fuck, I just saw it.
Mike,
I can't see it, dude. I can't see. I'm not very good at this. Fuck, I just had it. There we go. Ah, hell yeah, more dossier info. That was worth triggering the alarm. How come you can use an EMP to disable a manual lock? I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see anything electronic there. Whatever. What is this? Advanced ceramic plates. Ooh. Ho-ho! Gotcha, buddy. Oop. I've been seen. Just get over here, please. You guys are all highly trained professionals, right? So just filter in. I'm sure that's exactly what any CIA member would do. Hello? There we go. I don't know if our girlfriend's gonna get mad at us for killing CIA agents. I feel like these guys have probably done super.
Too small to fit through, but
I'm sure these guys have done some really shady stuff. So like, I don't know how bad I should feel about it.
this ought to do the trick.
What are you doing? Mike, don't kill them. There's got to be another way.
Just giving them a scare. A little something I learned in third period science.
What the hell?
Fuck this shit!
Yeah, I guess Mina would have been pissed off at us if we killed them, based on our dialogue. It's okay. Everything's normal. Please? Please? Okay, there we go. Someone's about to come get me. Exit listening post? Hang on. From undisclosed to Moore, Georgia. We have a curveball rumor of a rabid asset operating in our sector. A rabid asset operating our sector. The contact is unverified and claims to be a deep mole and gave us a valid confirmation code, which makes this rumor actionable. We're going to do this one by the book and not take any chances, so I'm opening an internal threat audit. This case is opened as Georgia. Send any leads or information to that subject docket. The first thing we need to know, agency. The contact didn't give us full details on who the spy was working for. CIA, NSA, MI6, Mossad, assume anything. See, I wasn't lying when I said we're grasping at straws. In case this is one of ours, move all dispatches to need-to-know dissemination list until further notice. Al-Bara. Okay, a bit more on subject Al-Bara. Found an Al-Samad operative that was willing to talk after a few minutes of fake drowning. Ew. He tells me Al-Bara is some kind of academician. He doesn't know what field of study or university. One thing's for certain, he's verified the prior contact's claim that Al-Bara is operating in and around Italy. I'm sure a simple check for universities in the area should turn up information on him. I'll update you if I extract more. Georgia Update 1811, we received another dead drop communique from the Curveball. Claims our rogue is operating in Taiwan. Oh, it is us. Great, really narrows it down. A lot of help that is. You know the drill, though. Start filtering and snooping. State Department's shitting bricks about the Moscow embassy turning into a shootout. They're asking us if this is an OGA incident. What the fuck are we going to tell them? What the fuck are we going to tell them? Either we admit we have no clue or we pin the tail on some retirement bait. I want all of you to pull the day's tapes and re-listen to them. Listen for anything at all that might tell us what the hell happened. The media is going to have a fucking field day with this one if we have the slightest slip-up of information control. The media, you said? Oh no. We know the media. Make this easy on yourself? I make everything difficult for myself, unfortunately. I'm like an expert at it, so good luck, buddy. Whoa! Calm down, sir. Alright. Easy. Agent Thorne infiltrated a CIA listening post conducting an investigation into Al-Samad's presence in Rome. Thornton was tasked with infiltrating the listening post, downloading the results of their investigation, and bugging the CIA computers to retrieve further developments. Thornton was asked to avoid detection and not to engage American agents. Using creative problem-solving, Agent Thornton flushed guards out of their monitor room by sabotaging the post-ventilation system. Agent Thornton planted a bug in the CIA database to monitor ongoing surveillance in the area. As the CIA gets information, Agent Thornton will have access to it as well. Thornton also downloaded information from the CIA databanks concerning their investigation into Al-Samad, accomplishing his mission. Yep. Easy. I'm sure all of those guys that we knocked out will just forget. You can get more damage with the assault rifle. Oh, we mastered this gun. Excellent. Alright. Looking good. I guess we can just put points into endurance now. Maybe that's what we should do. Alright, that's taken care of. Now we know that we're a rabid asset. Absolutely feral. There's some kind of maniac out there just absolutely slaughtering the underground in every country he sets down upon. Don't know what to make of that. Identify Jibril Al-Bara at Chateau. Guess we'll go for that. Anything spicy in the clearinghouse? I guess we can read up on his dossier. Help you identify the right target. That sounds important. Let's read up on Jibril. What's going on, brother? What's going on, big man? He looks kind of nice. Jibril Al-Bara, the literal translation of his name of it's a typo. The literal translation of his name is Gabriel the Innocent, is believed to be a cell leader for Al-Samad in Rome. Little information exists on the target, and to all accounts, Jibril values his privacy, this would be so funny if he was just a normal dude. Little information exists on the target, and to all accounts, Jibril values his privacy, which is strangely at odds with his reportedly extensive social network. In the past, his safe houses and residences have employed an extensive surveillance system, and it is guaranteed that common routes into his compound will be heavily monitored by cameras and armed guards. If infiltrating a location where Al-Bara is assumed to be, it is recommended that all due caution be used in performing any suspicious activity, including assault in the line of sight of cameras, or the mission is likely to end in failure. Al-Bara is a practiced socialite, and while he is difficult to track at most times, his gatherings attract many noteworthy figures in Europe and beyond, many of them well connected. As much as harming Al-Bara would cause repercussions within Al-Samad, harming his guests may cause repercussions in public circles. Okay, so we can only beat him up. Got it. Al-Bara's desire for privacy versus his extensive social network are at odds with each other. He recognizes the need for networking and promoting himself, but does so in rigidly controlled conditions. Al-Bara is unlikely to meet guests at the gate, and once they are inside, he often has his servants or guards handle the former escort procedures. Any attempt to reach Al-Bara will require getting past several layers of his compound, and then being patient until he makes his eventual appearance. Damn. Well, this is gonna be a little weird.
You in place?
Yep. Got a good view of the estate where this meeting
Oh, still infiltrating? Fuck.
Al-Bara's our target. He's supposed to be here tonight.
Well, I'm glad I brought this rifle. But what's the deal with the scope?
It can transmit images to me.
This is so good. We've got this fucking suit on, but we're still wearing the camo swamp hat.
The quicker I can make an ID. The ID is all I need.
And if the target's a scumbag, I take him out?
That's your call. If you decide to shoot, just make
sure
we've
got a fucking problem.
Inside of a camera or another person. We don't know who Al-Bara's meeting, so taking anyone else out may have repercussions, depending on who their friends are.
Oh, this is a problem. Oh yeah, we can't do this mission with this cursor thing going on. Hang on, I'm gonna restart the game and then relaunch it and see if it fixes anything. Yeah, I can confirm it's on my mouse, because when I have my mouse up on the desktop, it's fine. Oh, wait, no, it's moving. No, it moves only when I launch the game. That is so weird. Hang on, let me alt-tab. Okay, so when I alt-tab, the mouse is okay, but when the game's running and I have it, like I'm controlling it, my mouse moves back and forth. Ooh, and it's fucking on my audio. Okay, we fixed the audio. Is the cursor still a problem? Yes. Oh, I know what the fucking problem is. Okay, hang on. Or maybe, I might know what the problem is. Hang on. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. So I had my controller plugged in and it was face down. So I guess the stick was getting pushed. That's really weird because normally when that's a problem, my character's moving in one direction or one of the sticks is moving in one direction. But this was it wiggling back and forth, which is kind of nuts. All right, we're cool. We're good.
You in place?
Let's try that one more time.
Yep.
Our target.
No.
Son.
And
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So much better. It's still way too sensitive, but this is a lot better.
Just make sure you don't do it if the target's inside of a camera or another person. We don't know who Albara's meeting, so taking anyone else out may have repercussions, depending on who their friends are. A nobody. Owns a sports car dealership in Naples. Does a lot of international business, but no criminal record. Not our guy.
What is this icon on the top here?
Roman artist. Made a name for himself last year with a controversial
I'm also
exhibit in
struggling with tech
Paris.
right now, trying to get an interactive
Some local
projector running.
juvenile
Ah, yeah,
offenses,
my
but
sympathies.
otherwise he's clean. Not our target.
looks like the guards are clear. Moving up to the next position.
This is cool. This is different.
In position.
All right, let's begin. Dutch flower baron. He's suspected of dipping into the drug trade, but that's all I've got. Nothing really incriminating.
Suspected. Okay. A woman?
Well, she's a little underdressed.
But is she a criminal?
Night from the looks of it.
All right, Mike.
She's underdressed, but is she hiding crime under there?
Spanish celebrity talk show host. He's a known meth user, but nothing related to financing terrorists or arms smuggling.
Okay, he needs an intervention. He doesn't need a bullet. Do I only have 3? Is that what that icon's supposed to be?
Private security. Ex-special forces. Not our man. But definitely a professional. He planned and led the assault that took back the hijacked British jet last year.
I remember reading about that.
Oh, shit.
Should I get an autograph for me?
No, I work for the infamous Mike Thornton. Compared to you, he's small time.
Aw. Oh, that's to indicate my zoom level. Okay, got it.
Security guard. He's clean.
Just a guy.
I'm in position overlooking the chateau. A lot of guests tonight.
I see. Mike, be very...
Careful, I know. I don't want a mob after me. Before
Oh,
we
we've got
have
an
time.
Accuracy International. You guys all look the same. It's kind of crazy. It's not just the uniform, they also have the same haircut.
And serves on the board of directors for the Christian Islamic Confederation.
That's kind of
He's
nuts.
practically a saint. Keep looking.
There was a guy around here somewhere. Dude, the reflection on the side of the scope is fucking bonkers.
He's a cop in Rome. Must be moonlighting as a bodyguard for one of these guys. An American novelist.
Yo?
He's got a bestseller right now on corporate involvement in the Middle East.
Why is he here?
I'm waiting for the movie. Anyway, nothing on him.
Imagine getting invited to a fancy party as a novelist. That's how you know you made it. When people recognize you for your work in literally any way. That's something we found out about polar distortion when you use a reflection, yeah. I'll take your word for it. We're missing a guy, and I don't know where he is. What's this guy's name? Fausto Pace. Pace. Pace, Pace? I have no fucking idea. Oh, we never got this guy. His arm is clipping through his shirt there. You're gonna have to emerge from behind that tree, brother. Please. Please, you're the last one.
He's a curator for one of the museums in town. His latest exhibit on the Crusades has drawn some fire, but otherwise he's clean.
He's controversial. Should we kill him? According to Twitter, I should. Is there a guy we're missing somewhere? Maybe high up in the windows. Don't see nothing. Michael Rossi. This is Muhammad. This is Fausto Pace. I'm a little confused, ladies and gentlemen. It'd be extremely funny if this was a book. Oh, there we go. Oh, holy fuck. We're gonna have to sit here for a little bit, aren't we? Oh, no. Pop your head out, please. This guy looks important.
That's Albara. That's him.
Take him out.
Hold on. A lot of State Department and Interpol records. State Department says he's dirty. Interpol says his finances are legitimate, though. And
Mean, do I take him out?
none of these State Department records are sourced. I can't tell where they came from.
Sounds fake.
Or when. Best I can tell, their intel was added to his sheet a few months before you left for Saudi Arabia.
He's a member of Al Samad, right?
I don't know. I'd say yes. But I might be wrong. You can take him out or we can abort. It's up to you.
Secret fact? Is that what that says? Take a look-see. Hang on. I mean, if he's in Al Samad, I'm down to shoot him. He's unpure, tainted by the sin of living.
I hope you're right. If not,
I wasn't given a lot of. I'm thinking he was. Agent Thornton infiltrated a local estate in search of Jibril Albara, a suspected high-ranking member of Al Samad. Albara was believed to be hosting a fundraising banquet at a chateau in the Italian countryside, so Agent Thornton set up a surveillance post within sight of the main gates, catching the last of the guests as they were arriving. Bonus objective: identified all the guests at the gate without being spotted. After failing to spot Albara at the main gate, moved up, identified all the guests at the guest house without being spotted. After failing to spot Albara at the guest house, Agent Thornton staked at the chateau. Agent Thornton identified Albara and took him out with a sniper rifle. Albara's background check indicated ties to Al Samad, but Agent Thornton chose to eliminate him despite his former alliance with his Shahid. I don't care. It seems Agent Thornton's activities in Rome have been successful in uncovering Halbeck's plans. Upon returning to the safe house, Thornton had a message waiting for him requesting a meeting at a local cafe concerning Halbeck. Ooh.
What's that beeping noise?
Why is this so dramatic? That was like that kind of made me a little nervous. The fact that it paused the game to give me that notification. That's the first time it's done that. Mike, just a heads up. Someone's been running a lot of web searches with keywords Mike Thornton and Michael Thornton in the Milan area. Whoever is doing it did it through a Halbeck Milan office computer. Though they used a public terminal, so I can't trace it back to a particular end user. I'll let you know if I find out more. Hang on. Let's read the clearly important email last. Hey Mike, believe it or not, I'm still in Taipei. I'm guessing you got out. I can't believe Sung survived getting shot. Guess he was paranoid enough to wear a vest. Yeah, paranoid, that's why. I'd bet good money whatever person or group is behind this will try again, and, next time, aim for the head. And not surprisingly, he's been keeping out of public appearances, not just because he's worried about assassins. The riots are out of control, and there's too much going on to leave right now. I've never seen things so tense. They're shutting down sections of the city, and there's a curfew in effect. People are worked up, and they're eager to lay the blame even before all the facts are in. Damn, that's a crazy idea. The body count has risen from initial reports. 30 dead, Jesus. As of today, more wounded. And any chance of peaceful demonstrations are remote. Whatever happens here, it's going to start a chain reaction in Asia. I can feel it. Mailer Demon, Autosender Program. This email is sent from the NSA TAP established in Rome. Rick found this data fragment in the Echelon cache. Thought you'd like it since I think the data is talking about the same Conrad Marburg fellow you were pursuing. If you already have this data, junk it. Otherwise, add it to the file. Luke. Minatang. Mike, I'm glad you're able to get in and out of the listening post without any loss of life. No doubt you have a lot of hate for the government that sold you out, but I'm glad you understand that those men in the listening post are fellow citizens of yours who had no hand in what happened to you. Leland. This email... Pete, remember the days when we weren't allowed to spy on our own citizens and only had jurisdiction over foreigners? I should thank those terrorists for making my job a lot more fun. This guy's a piece of shit. On that subject, attached is the Leland bit I was telling you about. Hope you're not trying to work up a case on this guy. He has more friends in government than a Washington, D.C. Jesus. Now don't lecture me about the insecure nature of email and blah blah blah. We're the CIA. We snoop on people's email, not the other way around. He's an idiot, too. Incredible. Riots in Taipei. Pete, you wanted the numbers on that riot in Taipei. Well, PRC isn't talking, so I had to pull the estimates from the hospitals. We have at least 100 dead, over 300 wounded. That's leaving out 3 hospitals that wouldn't report numbers. 3 Americans were killed, students studying abroad at the time. Hopefully that's the extent of it, but there might be more reported. One was beaten badly and bled to death, another lit on fire. Third got off lucky with a single blow to the head that caused internal decapitation. Needless to say, this is going to be a big story in the States. In other news, Sung is officially alive. I confirmed that. They're not just playing the Castro game and pretending the leader is still alive to keep up appearances. Chet. Frank, the Department of Defense denies it. UK, Israel, and Turkey all deny it. They're not just saying this because they're afraid Saudi Arabia will bitch about missile attacks on their soil. They're genuinely unsure of who fired those missiles. Best theory we have is rival terrorists. That, of course, raises the question why, and more importantly, where did they get the missiles? Please tell me one of your guys ordered this hit. At least then we know who pulled the trigger. After all, denying fault is way easier than investigating a mystery. Note to self, files on big excavation. Mr. Leyland, the tunnel ceiling collapse along the Lefortovo tunnel was indeed due to faulty construction on our end. I'm 99% certain it's due to the epoxy used on the ceiling cement. We went in with a short-term adhesive due to its fractional cost, and a sheet came loose. What an idea. 2 are dead, 1's injured. Don't worry, Chief, I've already got the cover story rolling. The collapse took place near the entrance, and I've paid off 3 Moscow news networks to report that a truck drove along the the overpass that far exceeded the bridge's posted weight rating. This, they're reporting, is what caused our perfectly safe tunnel to suffer a minor structural anomaly. All that's left is for me to pay off the families of the dead. I'm assuming typical death rates, unless you want to authorize an exception for this one. Wow. They're like the most stereotypical, like, evil company. It's kind of nuts how, like, hilariously evil they are. Hello, Miss Lake. Know any good media outlets in Russia? I found some information regarding a Moscow tunnel collapse caused by Halbeck penny pinching, and more interestingly, the cover-up that follows. Figured this might make for an interesting human interest story. Yep, there you go, Scarlet. Okay, so Mina said, hey, Mike, a contact put me in touch with a black market dealer in your area, someone operating under the alias of Lucinius. I had you added to the list of approved buyers on this clearinghouse store extension. Hopefully, you won't need a small arsenal to get the job done, but if you need weapons and supplies, here's another potential source. Mr. Thornton, I'm aware of your mission against Halbeck International, my employer. I've recently learned of past and ongoing moral transgressions committed by those who write my paychecks. If you'd be willing to meet me in person, I would like to discuss our mutual enemy. There's a diner downtown where I suggest we meet. Cafe Triunfo. Sure. I think that's everything. Alright. Pretty neat. We've got a buddy to meet up with, and we both have an interest. Dossier information on Marburg. Purchasing this intel will expand your dossier on Comrade Marburg and an elder statesman of the S. Yeah, sure. I think that's everything we need to know. Let's check out those ceramic plates. What do those do? Oh shit, we got a second armor mod. Oh. Damage reduction 15. I'm down. I'm willing to take an endurance hit. I kind of am. Fucking for 25 damage reduction, maybe. Let's go with that. Very nice. Alright. Let's go get into contact with that informant and call it for today. I think the stream after this one will finish up our business in Rome, and then I think the finale happens after that. I'm not sure. I assume the way this works is that you've got like the open-ended, like do 3 areas, and then it all leads up to one big thing at the end. We'll see. But I think we'll finish up this game soon. Meet with an anonymous Halbeck contact at a cafe in Rome and find out what he knows about Halbeck's presence in the city and how Al-Samad may be involved. Let's go.
No sign of our mysterious Halbeck contact yet.
Maybe he stood you up.
Maybe he's lining up a shot.
No, something feels wrong.
Well, stay alert. I'm starting to trust your instincts.
Switch off your transmitter. If you reach for your gun, one of my men will put a bullet in your skull.
Transmitter's off. I don't plan on reaching for my gun unless you make it necessary.
Once I have the information I need, I plan to leave. You will not be harmed.
Oh, this isn't an exchange. This is a threat. I got it.
You've made an effort to broadcast your arrival in Rome. Why?
Broadcast? I thought I was being more subtle than that.
Incorrect.
You were obviously trained by the U.S. government. You've left a trail all over Rome.
Actually, you left the trail, or I wouldn't be here in the first place. And now we're having this conversation. I must be doing something right to have you come visit me in person.
You aren't here in
God, I wish I could load a
official
checkpoint
capacity.
during these like
You are
conversations.
operating under Alpha Protocol.
Interesting. Considering the program's secret, I would have expected you to say traitor, unless you have insider knowledge.
If you think you're the first to be abandoned by your government, you would be wrong. You are Michael Thornton. You've served in several military engagements until you were recruited, a soldier.
I prefer the term commando, actually. I've been adding bullet points to my resume since you saw the last draft. I'm guessing you're here to confirm the file you have on me. Anything else you need to check?
Reports place you as someone loyal to your country and who believes in carrying their missions through.
Is that so odd?
In today's day and age, yes. But not to me.
Wow,
And
I'm
you
baffled
were
by how
one
much
who
of this
crossed
conversation's out of my
paths with a
hands.
German mercenary in Moscow. Z.
I get around. And she was a little insistent we get together.
I am not surprised. She is a mercenary, but hardly professional or discreet, it seems.
Have you two had dealings before?
Contract disputes only.
So you know a great deal about me, and I know who you are. You're Leyland's right-hand man, his lackey, toady, henchman. And you wear those gloves to keep the blood off your hands. I've read your dossier. You've lived a full life. Kuwait, South Africa, that oil refinery explosion in Moscow. It's like a concert tour with you.
Considering how public your actions have been in Rome, especially that debacle at the Echelon listening post,
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
think you're hardly in a place to lecture me. In less than a day's time, you have already managed to cause me considerable inconvenience. Now, tell me what you're doing here.
I was tracking down a lead, and it looks like I've found it.
I see. So you thought all you had to do was wait and we would speak. Interesting.
What I don't understand, though, is why we're talking at all. Unless keeping me alive is important for some reason.
I have orders, and I am a cautious person.
Oh, that's not suspicious
So
at
am I.
all. Fucking a
I
man
think
with
we have room to
sunglasses and a,
No,
and a fucking
I am
comm
not
device in his
authorized
ear
to make
with a visible
deals.
wire.
Besides, I believe you have nowhere to go for help. In that situation, it is a rare man who goes to his enemy's door. So, yes, this is a social call. A warning. You have proven yourself capable, but pursuing this course of action will not serve you any longer. Go underground, hide, but stay out of our way.
Or else what?
Or people you care about will start to die. We know you've been in contact with one of your fellow agents.
How the fuck are you gonna
That
get
contact
her?
will die if you persist, and then we will kill you.
Those are your terms. Allow you to carry out your mission, and I stay out of the way.
Yes.
You realize I would be betraying my country.
Yes, and that does not change my terms. I understand your feelings, and I encourage you to set them aside.
So we're done here. I leave Rome, leave you to your plan, and that's it.
Yes. What you do next is up to you, but there are only two immediate choices. Leave, you live. Stay, you die.
You don't seem like the corporate stooge type. In fact, you seem like someone who doesn't take orders at all, especially from someone like Leyland.
Are you questioning my loyalty?
I am, but not in the way you think. I've read your dossier. From where I'm standing, it doesn't seem like Halbeck's any better than the governments that you've served with. In fact, they're like a government unto themselves.
Some kind
and if you
of
think for a second that
non-governmental
they give a rat's ass
organization.
about their employees, then you're twice the fool. Do you seriously think they wouldn't leave you out to dry if they had to?
Your attention to detail and history borders on obsessive. You may live through this after all. Leave Rome. If we see each other again, it will be the last time.
Marburg expressed disdain for Agent Thorne's violent activities in Rome, citing his recklessness in attempting to expose Halbeck and Alcimad's activities in the city. The connection between Marburg, the BCI, Halbeck, and Alcimad's presence in Rome is still unclear. Marburg threatened that any further investigation attempts would result in the deaths of Agent Thorne and anyone else allied with him. Upon returning to the safe house, Mina picked up a phone trace from a VCI employee working with Marburg, attempting to contact the local authorities. Alright. Oh my god, my eyeballs.
You weren't hard to find in Rome, you know. The reports of what happened in that gelato shop. The shooting outside of Rome. That poor professor. Taking the bullet like that. Finding you was easy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I could say the same. I didn't expect a face-to-face meeting.
And that's when you and Mr. Marburg met up and had lunch.
When we talked, he had a lot to say about Halbeck and some suggestions about my involvement with your corporation.
Really? I can rarely get 3 words from the man.
Well, feel free to have him threaten you whenever you get tired of listening to yourself.
I'd be curious to hear more. And your first impression of Mr. Marburg. What did you discuss?
We discussed business. Turns out both of us have experience with abuse of authority.
He described you as a man of your word. Patriotic, I believe. Also
God bless America.
But Mr. Marburg was not always the best judge of character.
Yeah, he works for you.
Nor does he instill much loyalty in employees. Speaking of which, this woman entered the picture not long after your meeting with Marburg. She was in our office in Rome. Madison, I believe.
Yes.
I always wondered Did you ever regret getting her into this?
It wasn't my choice.
Ah, dramatic.
Oh, Mike. In the end, it was.
Ooh, my retinas.
Mike, we may have a problem. The VCI employee I mentioned before, Madison, I think she's going to act.
What do you mean, now?
She's calling the operator and asking for you by name.
She can't be working for Marburg. Unless this is a trap. Who is she calling?
The city directory.
The city
and maybe
directory?
the police next. If she does...
Can you intercept the call? Redirect it?
What?
What? One's interested, the other's curious. What does that mean?
No way am I missing out on that action.
Nice. Okay, let me patch her through.
Oh, they meant interested romantically. Okay.
Operator?
Miss St. James?
Hello? Yes, is this the operator?
No, Miss St. James. This is Michael Thornton.
Oh, thank God. Mr. Thornton, please, you have to listen to me.
What's going on?
I don't believe we've met before. How do you know my name and why are you calling?
I have reason to believe your life is in danger.
Damn, that's
I know it
crazy.
sounds crazy, but
You don't say.
I don't want to discuss the details over the phone.
Me in danger?
This line may be tapped. She's a sharp one. But it's important I speak to you immediately. Is there someplace we can meet?
Of course. I'll send you the address of a local restaurant.
All right. I still have to hail a cab.
I'll have one sent to your cross streets.
Oh, okay.
I'll see you soon, Miss St. James.
Hell yeah, level up. Talking to women has given me the experience to increase my power. More health, yeah, I'm down. I guess we just like level up other stuff, sabotage. I mean, I don't need overclock, so I guess we'll just level up toughness and then level up, I don't know, martial arts. Yo, more damage with my fists? I'm down. If Mike is killed, hard to kill automatically triggers and keeps Mike clinging to life. Once back on his feet, Mike has a small reserve of health and a few seconds of invulnerability. Ooh. Alright. Alright, now that apparently we're in danger, so we'll pick up on that thread next time we play this game. But yeah. I think that'll be it for Alpha Protocol for today. I need to get back to my bullshit, so... thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys are all having a fabulous weekend. I will be back next weekend. We've got about 4 to 5 weeks left. I think actually just 4 weeks left, so hopefully we can make some use out of them. Rest of the VODs should be coming up on YouTube. I just decided to just fucking clump them all up and huck them on there. So, if you're, the deluge is about, I think like halfway done now. So soon we'll be caught up. All the rest of the Infinite Wealth parts should be up on YouTube at some point, as well as all of the VODs for this game. And I'm not gonna be putting up the Fallout VODs because I don't think they're good. I don't think my Fallout my Fallout London content was the best. I might put them up there eventually, but like I don't have a thumbnail for them yet, and I'm not 100% sure on like putting them up there. But yeah, I think by the time we should be all caught up by like by the time the first week of November's out, I think is how that is where we'll be at. So yeah, hope you guys look forward to that. I'll be back in like a week, and I hope you guys all hang tight till then. Thank you once again for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.